The Chief of the Australian Navy says a nuclear power school should be built, either in Adelaide or Perth, if we're serious as a nation about developing our sovereign AUKUS capability. He also said a nuclear power school would help us to reduce our reliance on the United States. Scott, is this a good idea?
I think it's a terrific idea. The idea that we need to develop our education system in this country, how to support nuclear energy for civilian or military uses has been discussed for decades, and it's great to see that someone in such a senior position has put it on the table. He is right that it would help us improve ultimately our capacity to run that system in Australia, but we need to extend it to civilian energy as well. And IPA research has shown that attitudes are changing to nuclear energy. We hosted Peter Dutton at an IPA event speaking to members on Friday, saying that the coalition had shifted its position. It was very well received, and education and training does need to be part of it. It's already happening, and there's a real future there for Australia. And luckily we can supply civilian reactors from many more countries than just the United States.
Yeah, that civilian capability is really important too. Jonathan, Opposition Leader Peter Dutton has just called for Australia to consider nuclear power as an emission-free supplier of cheap baseload power. Would a nuclear power school assist with this as well?
Absolutely, it would. Capitalising on an advantage that we would have here and building not only our sovereign capability in energy generation and perhaps all of the other industries that might flow from that, but also the educational component is centrally important. On whether it's about reducing our emissions, there's no country in the world with a credible pathway to net zero that doesn't have nuclear as part of the mix. And indeed, there's no country in the world that has cheap, reliable baseload power, or very few at least, without nuclear as part of the mix either. So capitalising on it for environmental, economic and also educational reasons, I think would be a very good thing for us to be pursuing. And I just hope Labor take the blinkers off and see the merits in what's being proposed here.